Hello, my friends. Everything good over guys' side? Well, I got something to update you guys about. Right. So, the last month, I've been trying to uh, fix this one video of like 2 minutes, but with all kinds of fancy in it. Um, one part is showing you guys the reenactment or sequence of me, cutting my hair, because an afterthought, I was like, oh, well, I can actually do this because everybody actually likes my hair. So I, went back in the bathroom and redid it. But then I came up with an idea, and I was just thinking like, oh, well, let me just add a couple of things into this instead of just one thing. So I wrote up I drew up a storyboard and um, wrote this story on it on my sketchbook, and at work I just put this stuff together and started composing it. And then little by little, I started adding more and more and more and more and more. And I overdid it. And so I'm here a whole month later. Because I started this thing on the 7th of July, and now we're July 30th. Actually, no, 31st. Excuse me. And it's been a journey on trying to get this thing done, because then I started prepping and making other assortments of stuff for this 2-minute long special, and versus a 30-minute special, which that one actually took me a week to do, but not as exaggerating as this particular one. I feel like I did lose part of my skills on making things on time. And this has become more of an art piece than anything else. So I showed off to my coworkers the draft, and they thought of it as being, as coming out great. They have a couple of things they, let me know about. So I'm going back and forth and trying to make it a little bit better and fixing it up. And what I, in between all that, in July, just the last couple of days before, this past week, a friend of mine's passed away, and we kind of feel really heartbroken about that. I really couldn't really concentrate in trying to get this thing out um, because of that shockwave. And he's a good friend. This is a friend of mine's who I actually met 2 years before, and it was through my brother. And he's a fellow gamer. He had the Super NES and NES modded with all kinds of games that were not conventional. Like literally, my buddy, he was really deep into Twitch, and he used to watch all kinds of Twitch gamers and play old school games from the Super Nintendo era to Nintendo 64, Mario Party, and all that kind of stuff. This guy was one of the very like in-depth, game knowledgeable type of person in a spectacular, way, and he was a good friend that I, totally enjoy his company. going over his house, you know, play little Mario Party, um, and it was this one racing game that he really loved, and I beat him in it, and it was one of those like super old school Super Nintendo quarter view type of racing game, and it was the first time I'm playing it. Even though I saw it commercialized before, this was like um, something of a new experience. Also, karaoke time. Having some really good time karaoke and in my backyard in a garage, and all kinds of fun, man. This guy was pretty much the one of the highlights. Every single time we had a gathering, a party, and so he's always there. He's easygoing to talk to. He's always, you know, I can always more connect with him than most of the people that come through. Um, because everybody's on their own. But him, at least, was knowledgeable in things I was knowledgeable about, and that's how I was able to, connect with him really quickly. And that's just why I feel kind of like super shocked that he's gone. Like I can't even believe that. Um, and how all this happened. I can't really say at the moment because they told me not to say in detail, as it's still being worked out, like investigated, because is they found him dead, um, and the details are still a little bit murky about that. So I'll probably know about it more next week. Hopefully, I get to know a little bit more sooner. But I'm just totally shocked about what what this happened, what this transpired, and it's like really close friend. Like it's like he feels very much of a close friend, but at the same time, I don't get to see him much, only in the holidays, and you know, a little bit more closer to special days. Like sometimes, I would hang out with him most of the time in the summer, once a month. Usually it'll be like once in June or once in July or August, like that happened last year and a year before. Especially when my brother got married, he was hanging out a lot more often. And and that's the other thing is like finally I was getting to know him even more in December. And there's just a lot of memories I have of that, and been extremely blessed for having him in my life, and it's just like many things in life, it's unfair. Um, and he was just too young to go. He was only 30. Um, and I just, wish I had a little bit more time. I told him in December, I told him it's gotta last a little longer. I mean, I don't know what was going through his head. I don't know what happened to get him to that point. I don't know what the events happened to get to that point. Um, but for me, I just, told him like, especially when I started recording the karaoke, kept saying that he got some health issues, and I'm like, okay. But I just feel that I was blessed to have the time, just set and experiencing somebody that was just here for a limited time. And that's what life is about in one way or the other, and like, just many different moments, and you get to have one. You want more. You gotta be greedy sometimes. I feel greedy too. You can only have what's been given. So, and and I appreciate, and that's why I feel blessed about having to be able to experience all the that in my life. And then this applies to everybody that I have met, and everybody has that type of value in my life as well, especially people who are very um, close like that. And when I say close, it's like, I barely know him, and there's enough for me. I feel like I wish I had more time to be able to like chill and talk and share stuff and not be like just here in my head all the time. Just, and that's why it's so hard, because sometimes I'm here and I feel like, being selfish, creating whatever takes away from actually being with people, you know. But it's just I don't want to try to blame myself, and usually a lot of people do that, and I do feel like blaming myself because of you know these events, but they're but the truth is they are out of our control. So um it just realizing what it is it just hurts. Yeah. Besides that, besides that point, going into the positive and segueing into the positive, is that, I'm constructing something for the future and making something happen. Um, so I wish he was there to see it. Kind of, yeah, I have simulation happening in my head, just seeing him and is the way he talks and the way he laughs and interacts and all that stuff is in my head, and I'm just thinking like, damn, man, you know, and I would just try to hold the memories as much as I can, but you know, uh, those things fade away as well. They don't hold for too long, and um, that's why it's a lot better to have a conversation with somebody who is close to the person, will have been blessed with his time more than I have, which they feel much deeply about this situation than I am. But I still feel as a loss in my life, like, because it's um, just is, just not really explain any more than that, or define it any more than that. It just is. Um, um again, segue to Well, I'm almost done with this project, and I'm putting on hold for the weekend, and I already had a moment to share to express myself, and I'm just putting this on video so a lot of people know exactly how I'm okay and I'm alright. Just just here in the corner, getting things out of my chest a little bit. I mean, it was a long time that I can't even talk about it, and I'm here in isolation. So, uh, people are trying to reach out and to talk to me. And yeah, so it's happy thoughts, and try to keep going, and the show must go on in that particular way, and just putting my like again, I usually have this platform, mostly this channel, to like just drop everything that I have on my chest and put it there. This is not for everybody, but I publicly put it out. And I just clear it up. Then I feel a little better. I just feel better, and then I move on. And that's why I do these things, and I just document them, and then they go through this ritual and this process and move on. So when it comes down to um, the next thing that I gotta do, you know, is just focus. Now I'm gonna focus on the special video I'm working on, the Legend X, um, which hopefully I'll be able to be done with it by next week, because I just gotta one more scene to work on, and that'll be it. So, I still need to get it reviewed, and before review, then post it. So I'm not gonna finish it up now, and I'm just doing this so that everybody know I'm okay. So, um, after that note, let you guys know that everything is well, and um, this is July 2020. I hope that August things are a little bit better, but that's just hoping, because so far every month has just been amounting to getting worse and worse and worse. So every single time I say I hope, it just gets worse. So I'm just gonna shut up. I'm done already. So um I hope you guys have a good one, and please please comment. I usually reply really quickly when people comment on my YouTube videos. Um, and it always helps if you hit a like, because that will let YouTube know people are liking the video. So right now, just need to breathe a little bit. Um, you know, I'm not gonna have the particular person who would, you know, be who usually is be who usually would be there. He's the type of guy who would be there for you. He's helped so many people, He's such a nice guy, and I'm gonna miss him. So, thank you guys for listening, and have a nice day today, and have a wonderful weekend. See you guys next time. Later.